Hi friends, to get your schemo flowing about astronauts, I am going to read you a nonfiction book about astronauts. Now I know that you have learned a lot about space and the moon, but I'm just going to add some extra things before you decide for your opinion writing if you want to say you would like to be an astronaut or you would not like to be an astronaut. This might help with that middle part of our opinion writing. So I'm going to read the book Astronauts, Exploring Space. So just like many nonfiction books, right here I have my table of contents. Astronauts are people who fly space shuttles or work in space. The word astronaut means star sailor. People who become astronauts work in many different jobs. Some are in the military. Some are scientists, engineers, doctors, or teachers. There are different kinds of astronauts. Some astronauts are pilots. They fly space shuttles. Pilots can also become commanders. A commander is in charge of a space shuttle and makes sure everyone aboard is safe. Some astronauts are on a mission, are mission specialists. They make sure the space shuttle systems work correctly. Payload specialists are also members of the space shuttle crews. They are not trained as astronauts. Their job is to work on experiments. Astronauts train at the Johnson Space Center in Texas. They take science classes and study how space shuttles work. They often practice using tools and machines. Sometimes they train underwater to feel like they are in space. Look at that, they're training underwater in that picture. Astronauts learn how to survive a crash landing on Earth. They practice using parachutes and swimming in flight suits. Astronauts train for about 3 years until they are ready to blast off into space. There's little gravity in space. Astronauts are weightless. They float from place to place inside the shuttle. Astronauts strap themselves into special beds or into sleeping bags to sleep. Astronauts must be careful when they eat. Their food can float away. Astronauts have a mission every time they travel to space. They sometimes bring supplies to a space station where other astronauts live and work. Astronauts may bring a satellite in the space shuttle. The pilot uses a robot arm to put the satellite into orbit. Mission specialists might make a spacewalk to fix the parts of the space station. They wear special suits. Astronauts are ready to go home. The pilot fires the engines and steers the space shuttle back to Earth. The astronauts shut down the space shuttle controls. They are ready to leave the space shuttle. Mission completed. The end. And this is our glossary, which we find a lot of times in our nonfiction text. Now, I read you this book on Epic, so if you would like to read other books about space or about the moon, feel free to go on Epic, and there are also a few in our RAS Kids as well. Thanks so much.